Here with Cottage Inn Pizza VIP Riley. What up, Riley?
What's up, man?
Riley, what's your favorite thing about Cottage Inn Pizza?
Barbecue chicken pizza. You guys gotta come in and get some.
For sure. Taylor, what's your prediction for the fight today?
Honestly, George, I think Cottage Inn's for the win.
My name's George Hoover. I'm with Cottage Inn Pizza in East Lansing in Okemos, Michigan, and honestly, I just love what I do. I'm a pizza man. Mainly, I was a delivery driver for most of my young career. I went to school up at Ferris State, and when I was up there, I was working inside making pizzas for Domino's. So most of my life, I've just been a pizza guy, kind of just, making it by, living week to week and waiting for the next opportunity to go hang out with my friends. I had a guy that kind of put me under his wing and told me I was good at what I was doing. So once you realize you have a skill and somebody kind of just approaches you with that skill and says, let's enhance it, it starts to grow. And so I was very fortunate when I was up at Ferris that the Domino's franchisee thought I was good at what I did. It's really what piqued my interest. And really that's what kind of made me realize that I wasn't quite as much of a student as I was somebody that had to do something hands-on. Once I decided that I was coming back to my store and going to be a hands-on hero, it really the experience started to evolve then. I started working late at night. I recognized that as one of our weaknesses. I felt like we weren't being very successful in the customer service late at night and that we needed to step up our game. So I inserted myself into those shifts, started coming in at 10, 11 o'clock at night and working to 4 o'clock in the morning. So really, I think the experience started evolving the day I did that, because that's the day that people wanted to know more about me. That was the day that they got to meet the owner of Cottage Inn in East Lansing. Then the experience became more personalized. The freshman, sophomore years, I see them weekly. I see them and I build relationships with them. We interact with each other. If it's them following me on Twitter or on Snapchat, or if it's them just at the front counter, having fun if we're playing a trivia game or something like that. But that interaction is really what's building my momentum, because I would see people all the time their freshman and sophomore years, and then I don't see them their junior and senior years, but I see their names calling up on my caller ID for delivery. So I know I built the relationship with them, and they carry it all the way through their junior and senior years. So feeling welcome in East Lansing, coming into a restaurant where a guy doesn't treat you like maybe you've been out drinking all night, instead he treats you like you're one of the best people that walked in the door. It gave the kids personal ownership. I know George at Cottage Inn. It gave them that empowerment of being a part of my community, and it really embraced them into my family and brought them into what we do on a daily basis. Every campus pizzeria has a nighttime culture that's different. Well, I had to embrace the drunk food culture, all right? Well, drunk food culture is many things. It's Taco Bell, it's Conrad's, it's Cottage Inn, it's other pizza locations. In our case, our niche is a $4.72 pizza after midnight, 7 days a week. Well, you just can't call it a $4.72 pizza and have everybody come running. We wanted to put a brand to it. And jokingly, somebody called it a Stagger Home Pizza. And we liked the name and what it represented. That was in 2004, by the way. And that price has been the same since 2004, $4.72 plus tax, which is a $5 bill out the door. And we just ran with it and had a great time with it. And I've turned it into basically a trademark and a brand. But what I tell your mom and dad a Stagger Home Pizza is, you've been at the library all night long studying, your head's full of knowledge, you're staggering down Grand River, you need a pizza, you come by and get one from me. We make our own ranch here daily. So our ranch is more special than everyone else's, I promise. And the reason why is the way we make it. We choose the right buttermilk, and we make sure that we make that with pride.
I want some ranch, I want some ranch. Please.
So it's never free. Now, is a college student ever poor and not have enough money for ranch? That does happen. So I'll test their knowledge or maybe their physical ability in exchange for a free ranch. So examples of that would be Drunk Girl Trivia. Drunk Girl Trivia is a question that you give somebody the answer to, and you ask them a question and they already have the answer but they don't know the answer to it. So that would be like, who's on the Susan B. Anthony silver dollar coin? How much is the coin worth and what color is it? Well, I just gave you all the answers. And usually I'll hear Sacagawea, gold, and 50 cents. And they'll get everything wrong. You didn't earn a free ranch. Or if it's the guys, they always want some kind of like football trivia from me, or they want to test my knowledge. And sometimes it's just a physical challenge. I may ask somebody to do 10 push-ups in 8 seconds to get a free ranch. And these are things that we'll do that will interact. And it really became quite the ranch culture around here. Cottage Inn East Lansing and Okemos, we've won a couple of awards over the years. We've had the Cottage Inn Okemos has had the Franchise Manager of the Year. That was probably about 4 years ago. This past year, Cottage Inn East Lansing had the 2016 Managers of the Year. That was my day manager, Dale Maxey, and our night manager, Dan Thompson. And then I've also gotten, which I feel like you know and you're asking me for, Franchisee of the Year with Cottage Inn Pizza in 2016. I've been with Cottage Inn Pizza for 22 years. It was the first time I was named Franchisee of the Year. So it was a tremendous honor to me. And one of the things I did do is I really honored those who helped me get there and thanked the people that really started me out. And that includes the first guy that hired me at Cottage Inn. Well, I do have a hobby. My hobby is roller hockey. My son grew up playing roller hockey all of his life. And between him and my relationship with his friends, it was always something that I had a passion for, just like I did have a passion for being a pizza guy. And I was very fortunate that the D3 Michigan State team asked me if I would coach them. So I volunteer my time with Michigan State roller hockey. I'm the D3, I call myself the bench coach, but basically I'm also a cheerleader, a motivator, and I got a great group of guys that I love spending time with. And I did do high school roller hockey, coached that at Walled Lake Western, where my teams have been 4-time varsity champs. And then I have 2 state champs in JVs also. So I've been very fortunate over the years to have amazing squads. Honestly, I really do have a personal goal to make an impact on all my customers positively. And I want their experience here at Cottage Inn to always be remembered that way. So if it was somebody who was distressed, maybe they just needed their phone charged, and we'll help them and assist it. And some little gesture like that, it goes so long because it shows that I uniquely care about you, and I want them to feel that way. And a lot of times I get the guys, saying, their experiences at college were about the experiences they spent with me. If it was a small talk, I've told people about my story and how I've come from nothing and what it took to get there. Or if it's just words of encouragement, saying, hey man, I know you can knock that test out tomorrow. You got this, believe in yourself. But we give them that. And they also, I feel like it's a safe zone. I've had serious talks about people's relationships and small advice. They want to know something. Or if it's just fun, we've called people's moms before because they asked me to talk to their mom to let her know that their daughter was well behaved and she really does spend money at Cottage Inn Pizza. So we've had all those kinds of experiences. But overall, I want them to remember me. And I want them to know I remember you because you made an impact on me too. And I think that's important because that's how I developed these relationships. And they have that impact on me, and I want that same impact on them. My favorite part of my job is to see you guys. And honestly, I need it. I need it in my life every day. It makes me happy, the interaction I have, seeing you guys coming in, the way you react to me. I live for that. That's my energy. That completes me. I say that a lot. You guys make my heart full, and it's a true statement because a minute spent with you guys at the front counter is an amazing minute.